Black Pepper here, and today I want to talk about using your urine, your pee, your piss, whatever you want to call it, as a method to soak your feet in it to help with fungus, cracked skins, as well as use it for your hands and cracked areas of your skin, psoriasis, and other things. And you're like, she is talking crazy talk. Well, I want to tell you what, in an shtf situation, and there's no store to go get your ointments, your creams, your fungus medicine. All that stuff is gone. What you're going to have to depend on is what Mother Nature provides you. In other words, what you provide. That means peeing. Now, people think of it as waste, and I even think of it as waste. But actually, it has full of nutrients in it. What happens is this: you buy energy drink. You drink two or three of them. The problem is, if your body doesn't need all that B12 or all these proteins or potassium, it flushes out the excess. So it's not really waste. And actually, the urine is full of minerals and nutrition. It can have calcium in it. It could have iodine in it, iron in it. It could have potassium, proteins. It could have B6, B12, zinc. It could have any number of things. Now, let me see here, which is where you can look at the list here. Back it up a little bit. Make sure I got it where you can see it. But now you see this list right here. This is showing us some of the stuff. You're like, okay, she's talking smack because I bet she don't do it. I'm going to tell you what. Before I got this here, I decided I was going to try it. So I got a bucket. I did my little tinkle thing, and I put one foot in at a time, switched it around, got my foot good and wet, let it stay in there for about a minute or so, and then I took it out and set my foot on the towel, and then I swapped it over to the other one. Afterwards, I took some vinegar solution, and I sprayed it on my feet after that, and let it air dry. Now, here's what it is. Now, this is a disclaimer, of course. This was updated on March 2007. All information on this page has been gathered from articles, books, and personal experience or testimony of others. Okay. Now, the reason I have always been open-minded about urine therapy, blah, 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 is the battle while playing in the snow. The next day, they cracked and were bleeding. The pain was terrible. My grandma had me urinate in a pan and then had me put my hands in it. Oh my God. M-O-G. O-M-G, as she says. Did it sting? I started crying. She had told me, hold them in for about 5 minutes. Seemed like an eternity. I want to tell you, even me to sit in there for a minute takes forever. And then she carefully washed it with soap and water. When I woke the next morning, my hands were totally healed and soft. Now, this in here is it's also, she talks about, says if you look on the jars you have and see in these cosmetic areas for treatment, it'll say from cow urine. Men in the service and gym have known for ages that urine stops athletes' foot. Okay, now in the 18th century, Europeans used not only human but also cow urine to build up and maintain health to cure jaundice, rheumatism, gout, groupies, list is on and on burns and wounds, and to prevent influenza, and other things. This custom still prevails in some areas. Early in this century, a treatment of injection urine was announced in Europe because, you've heard some of them talking about it. So now, right here, you can see this part right there. Okay, so that way you can kind of look over and read it for yourself. You can pause this here and read it on. Now, the experience here is this. Other uses for urine: as a douche or enema. Rub onto the skin for eczema, psoriasis, acne, rashes. I don't know if I want to rub piss in my face. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying the feet thing. I can tell the difference. I will tell you what. I got up. My feet were so swollen. I could only move the first 2 toes, my largest toes, and the other 3 toes refused. You know how you can kind of bend off? They refused to bend because my feet were so swollen. I was in so much pain. I said, you know what? I want to try some of this and see how it works. because in an shtf situation, who knows? And plus, you know what? I'm not running to the store and paying outrageous for some of these creams that's got urine in it. So I can tell the difference in it. So what I've been doing is I just take it, I pee, and then I put my foot in there for about a minute or so, swish it around and stuff, set it on the towel, kind of let it air dry some, and then I swap around. And I'm gonna tell you what, I could feel the difference in my feet. And I did it. I went to the bathroom like 3 different times. So I did it 3 different times, a minute or two each foot. Because I wasn't going out anywhere. I was just at home. I was able to just kind of run around with my little my house gown thing, and I was able to have my legs exposed. I didn't have to worry about this other good stuff. And I noticed the difference by doing it, and how much better my feet felt the next day when I got up. Because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of times getting up in the mornings, I can barely walk. I'm in so much pain. So the thing is, and then they taught my other uses for it. Someone rubbed into pressure points behind the ears for headaches. Rubbed into hair and scalp promotes hair growth and healthy look. Gargle with it for sore throats. I don't think I want to gargle with it. Eyes and ear drops. Urine sniffer for sinuses and respiratory problems. Soaking the feet in urine. In fact, urine has been used in many ways by the medical community. This includes fertility drugs, cosmetics, and even serious illness related. In Alaska, the women will take and wash their hair. They rub the urine in their hair. They leave it in their hair. That is a standard practice for many of the Eskimos in Alaska. They do that. They rub it in their hair and they leave it in the hair. It don't smell too good, but I'll tell you what, they knew something was going on, right? Because you ever seen any of them with real thin hair? I sure haven't. So by putting the urine in their hair, they're actually giving the hair this treat. But you gotta realize how cold it is up there. They're not able to sit there and just wash their hair every day. So what they're doing is they're putting that urine in their hair as a basic treatment to take care and give themselves healthy hair, and plus put nutrition and vitamins back into it. Now, the fact is, urine has been used in many ways in medical, including, fertility drugs and all this stuff. A diabetic person, for example, may need to take chromium for the cells to use blood sugar and vacuum, VANADIUM, to produce insulin. These supplements may be necessary to eradicate diabetes or any other sugar problem that did not improve with herbal pathogens. Now, the thing is, but this here is also talking about that people with diabetes whose feet, they have sores on their feet, corns, it's prone to break open and bleed it. This here helps with people with diabetes. All that nutrition from your urine is going back into the body. Stings like a son of a gun. Because I'm going to tell you, I had a couple of places on there I could tell was kind of cut. And it kind of stung, but you know what? I could tell the difference in my feet for the last 2 days of using this treatment. I want to continue trying it out and see how it does about another week or so. Do it when I come home from work and try it and just save a little bit. And then once you're done with your pee, dilute it with some water, pour it out there and feed your plants with it, whatever. Just pour it out. You can't go wrong with it. Some people actually, guys, they have a little bit easier. They can pee into the bottle or they can save their urine that away. So urine has been used in healing for hundreds, probably thousands of years by cultures all over the world. This is what I'm talking about in an shtf situation for preppers and non-preppers alike. In a situation where medication, something happens tomorrow and all these doors closes, something happens and everything crashes and goes crazy and the power goes out, whatever it is, and you cannot get to the stores and you cannot get your medicines and you cannot get your stuff you need, you are going to have to rely on what nature provided for us. And one thing, it's free. All it is just taking time. It sounds yucky, but I'm going to tell you what, in a situation, this is going to come in handy. So, according to Dr. Williams, to refer to it as only a waste product is to miss the point entirely. Urine is formed in the kidneys, which filters the blood, regulates pH, and controls total volumes of blood in circulation. In other words, urine is a blood filtration byproduct and contains, among other things, it says vitamins, minerals, amino acids, uh, hormones, and even more. I mean, here, there's a good size list here. So the thing is that that's why some of the people are actually believe in using some of this here. Now, it has a big list here of things. Now, I don't know about helping obesity. I won't say it's going to help some of this stuff. It talks about different things here. Okay, now this is the top part. You can look here. And then here is the bottom part right here. The thing is that it has really, I can tell the difference in the 2 days I've been using it. It says cure with urine is what this is called. And it was, this person here was talking about that they buy this type of cream. And if you look in some of the most expensive facial cream, it is loaded. It has urine in it. It has cow urine in it, or some of the other animals, but mostly it's cow urine in it. So you're really getting, when you're doing it, you're actually putting urine on your face and you don't even realize it. So it's something to think about. Now, in an shtf situation, you can't get to the stores, whatever the reason is. Soaking your feet in pee will help dissolve corns, calluses, that is. It'll help with the cracked skin. It'll help with sores on your feet. And in the same situation with your skin is cracking or whatever it is, you can take some of the urine and dab it onto the places, the burns, psoriasis, and other conditions. Do some research, do some reading on, and think about this in here as being part of your shtf prepper situation, whether you're a prepper or not. Think about it, because I'm trying it, and I see the difference in it. I'm sold on it. Sounds kind of gross when you do it, but you know what? My feet feel a whole lot better, and I notice that I'm able to move my toes, and the swelling has gone down. And this morning I was able to get up out of bed and move around just a little bit easier than a lot of mornings. So this live prepper here is sharing an article with you, sharing some thoughts about you, and I am testing it myself. And if you got questions, ask me. I'm not no expert, but I want all y'all from Live Prepper here. Check my Jones Seed series out that I'm doing. Check my page out on Facebook, The World of Joan. And I want all you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.